Former President Donald Trump humiliated his domestic rivals and critics during his Veterans Day speech on Saturday, called insects vey on other side of corridor, and claimed that they pose a greater threat for USA, China or North. He scolds historians who compare with leaders. Trump said, "We say that we will root communists, Marxists, fascists, radical left bandits that live in borders of our country, lying, playing in elections, cheating. They will do anything to destroy American dream." Trump continued, "The threat from external forces is much less ominous, dangerous and grave than the threat from inside." The former president's speech at Claremont, NH called him a very proud election supervisor vey of New York civilian hearing and rejected legal circulation that again, at presentation, Trump described him as victim of a political system outside to get himself his supporters. Nevertheless, Trump's use of the word insecta in his speech and in a Real Social article received a special reaction. Timothy Naftali, a senior research scholar at Columbia University International and Public Relations School, said, "Language is the language that dictators use to instill fear. Dictators do this." Ruth Ben-Ghiat, a historian from the University of New York, said in an email he made Washington Post, said that he was effectively used by Hitler and Mussolini to encourage people from humanity participate in violence. Ben-Ghiat, Trump also uses the projection "remember that all authoritarians" to establish freedom as a savior. Communist, Marxist, fascist and radical left. He said, Mussolini promised his people and then declared dictatorship. Stephen Chung, a campaign spokesman, said Post, "Those who try to make this ridiculous claim will be crushed when they suffer from Trump editing syndrome, and when President returns the White House." In an interview, Trump also received widespread criticism and condemnation from groups such as Anti-Defamation League because the undocumented immigrants said that they were poisoning blood of our country. Domingo Garcia, president of United Latin American Citizens Association, oldest Spanish civil rights group in country, said that Trump's interpretation of blood was more excessive, and compared it with Nazi propaganda about Jewish people. Trump's separatist rhetoric comes because remains an open polling leader. Primary field. Allies come draw their way, punish critics, competitors of federal government if regained White House. November, Trump, who faced 91 charges, 4 criminal cases, called people wanted, investigate, prosecute. His partners prepared plans potentially call rebellion action on first day. In addition, attacking Radical Saul. He spent some of Hampshire speech by controlling New York's civil case, calling York Chief Public Prosecutor Letitia James as disaster vey and repeating his explanations. Smith brought 2 indictments against Trump in a case with classified documents to